Are you struggling with trying to stay organized throughout the week when it comes to your business tasks? Do you feel like you're bouncing back and forth between different business tasks and maybe don't feel as productive or feel like you're getting things done as efficiently as you possibly can when it comes to your business tasks? If that's the case for you, you'll want to stay tuned because I'm going to tell you about how you can actually organize your week in a more efficient manner. So, I've been doing some revamping myself on my own Instagram channel, and I will leave my Instagram hashtag if you're interested in checking me out. But on there, I've realized that for me personally, in order for me to get things done more efficiently and to actually stay focused on, being consistent with my Instagram channel, I realize that what works best for me is actually theming my days. So now I have actually laid out themes for my day. And so I'm going to show you over here, and I'm going to tell you as well what my themes are in case you want to do theme days for your own social content as well too, to help you kind of streamline that process for yourself. And then we'll get into other business tasks that you'll be doing within your business that you can streamline throughout the week as well. So for my Instagram on Monday, I have themed that day as Mantra Monday. Mantra Monday. Tuesday, I love talking about Trello, which you probably noticed from this channel. Tuesday is Trello Tip Tuesday. And then Wednesday is work from home tips. So, work from home Wednesday is kind of the theme. Thursday is when I talk about, my own business. I share about my own business. I share maybe freebies or promotions that I have going on. Friday is a Friday feature. And so every Friday, I feature a Black woman's business because I want to be able to showcase them and amplify them. So I make sure I focus on that on Fridays. Saturday is all about Self Care Saturday. And then Sunday is in relation with my YouTube channel as well. It is Plan With Me Sunday too. So that's kind of how I themed my days for Instagram. And I know that when I did that, and I literally just started this last week, so you'll be able to see more if you stay tuned on Instagram on how I'm going to, use that going forward. But for me, it just helped me so much to be able to just know, okay, this day I'm going to be doing this kind of focus. So then I know that this is the kind of content that I can use on that day. And I've kind of organized that for myself in my, planning for my social content. So that is one way that I've been able to like theme my days. But I also am going to be sharing with you how I theme my business task as well on a day-to-day basis. So what I've realized recently, and I've watched a lot of different videos, because for me personally, I am a visual person. I learn best from videos, and I'm all over YouTube when it comes to learning about different ways to do things. And I've started to watch a lot on task batching. So batching your tasks that are similar. I'm very familiar with the concept myself. I've known about it for years, and I've just kind of been tweaking things differently for myself as well. I tried this a little bit ago, but now I'm going to like tweak it. I feel like this is kind of a continuously tweaking kind of process when it comes to working within your business and knowing what works best for you. It might just take some different tweaks to actually get it to be working for yourself. So I'm actually going to be trying my new plan out next week. So I actually literally just put this all together this week. And so I'm going to be starting it next week, where I'm going to be batching out my different tasks throughout the week. So the first thing that I recommend when it comes to weekly themes for your business tasks, the first thing I recommend doing is just listing out all of the business tasks that you do on a week-to-week basis. It doesn't matter if you're doing them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or even on the weekends. Whatever you do on a weekly basis, brain dump that all out onto a piece of paper. So you can see, like, what are you doing for the administrative side of your business? What are you doing for your financial side? When are you invoicing? Are you, paying bills, or, doing whatever it might take on the financial side? Are you budgeting? Graphics, are you creating graphics? Are you writing? So are you writing social media content? Are you writing blog posts? Are you doing like recordings for maybe YouTube channels or podcasts? Like, brain dump everything out that you are doing on a week-to-week basis that relates to your business and your business growth, along with, engagement, social media contact, any of those kind of things that you're doing day to day. Once you do that, then you're going to look at that list. So you're going to get everything all written down. I think it's easier to write this all down. Get it all written down, and then look at that list and start seeing themes. Start looking to see how are these different tasks connected to each other. So a theme could be writing. So that could be, your social media content that you're writing, your blog posts that you're writing, maybe sales copy that you're writing for different courses. Maybe you are writing for, different freebies that you're doing, any kind of that's like all your writing tasks. So maybe that could be lumped together into one day. Then you might have, recordings. So maybe that is, audio recordings if you're doing podcasts, or video recordings. Start to think about how many recordings that you could do in one day too. So start to figure out how many is a good amount for you. Now, for me personally, I can do 2 in a day, and that's probably about it. I just like to keep it a lower amount because that just is what personally works best for me. You might be able to record 4 videos in a day. So, whatever kind of works best for you. You can also kind of think as well as, maybe you don't do it per day. Maybe you don't have a whole writing day, or a whole video recording day, or maybe, even a whole graphics day where you're just creating graphics for all of your different social media posts, or taking photography or pictures for all your social media posts. That is your graphics day. Maybe you can't do it like that, or your clients and meetings. Maybe you do it mornings and afternoons. So maybe you have writing you do all in the morning, and then maybe you have client meetings in the afternoon, or something like that. So think of it as not only, per day, or, morning or afternoon. So you can kind of batch it those 2 ways. And then also, when you're laying this all out and you're looking at all the tasks that you need to get done, and you've kind of got your themes, well, now you need to determine what days are best for those different themes. Now, originally, when I was doing theme days, I actually play sand volleyball, and I'm in 2 sand volleyball leagues on Sunday and Wednesday nights. And I always thought, like, oh, okay, so on Sundays, I'm going to, definitely wash my hair because I'm playing sand volleyball. So then recording videos on Monday would be good. And if I needed to, I could do, more video recordings on Thursday too, because I have volleyball on Wednesday nights. Well, some of our Wednesday night games start at 10 o'clock at night. I don't want to fix my hair and get all ready at 11:30 at night after I've showered, and I don't want to have to do all that at night that day. So I realized that Thursdays would probably not be my best day to, get ready and be prepared to do video recording days. Same with when it comes to, so my husband plays softball on Thursdays. I also have several client meetings on Thursdays too. So I don't want to do video recordings on Thursdays now, because for me, I need a good chunk of time, because it does take me a little while to get everything set up and to make sure that, makeup's on, hair's ready, whatever I have, it takes me a good block of time, and I don't really necessarily have that good amount of time to be able to do that on a Thursday. And so also I would like, my plan would be to record and then edit on the same day. It seems easiest for me because I'm already doing the recording, and it kind of batched together, like video recording, video editing in my head is an easy task, two tasks to batch together. So I have to have a good chunk of time to be able to do both of those things. And so you will see, and I'm going to show you exactly what my kind of themes are for the whole day, or for each day, so that you can kind of get ideas too. And I'll give you some other ideas as well on top of, what I have. But so for me, I'm realizing, based on other things that I'm doing within my life, what days are actually going to be best for me to do these different tasks. For me, when it comes to planning out social media content and doing a lot of writing, I realized recently that Monday is probably going to be best for me. I'm freshest on Monday. Writing is not necessarily my specialty, so I want to be able to do that first thing in the week, get that done with, and then kind of do the rest of the stuff like graphics I really enjoy, so I can do that later in the week. And then also video recording I enjoy doing. I don't need, or I need some energy, so I don't want to do it on the Friday. So you kind of have to plan out like where your energy level is during the week as well too. And so I'm going to dive in and show you within one of my Trello boards what my weekly themes are. So we're going to dive into that now. Okay, so we are in my virtual planner board, and so this is literally a replica of the actual virtual planner board that I personally use for my own planning purposes. But what I did was I just pulled out everything that was, my personal stuff. So this is literally all the categories that I actually have within my virtual planner Trello board. I'm going to scroll over to these different categories. So you can see here at the very top, I have kind of an identifier for what the theme is going to be for each week. And one thing that I do want to point out, and I recommend having Friday as your catch-up day. So anything that you might have missed during the week, you actually have, that day to be able to catch up on anything, so that you're not so stressed and overwhelmed to try and get everything that needs to be done within, that certain time frame that you have set up. Another thing that I also personally that will work, that I feel like is going to work for me and might work for you, is possibly having 2 days that do have the same theme. So you can see that Monday and Thursday both have like a marketing theme, but Thursday also has graphics. For me, the marketing, and I will click on each one of these because I have details about what each of these themes kind of are for me. For me, marketing is basically a lot of social media content and planning, and sales kind of planning as well. So sometimes I feel like that is going to take longer for me to do. And so I've realized that I probably need 2 days at least to handle this, or at least a day and a half to handle this if needed. And also, if you are, writing a lot, if you write a lot of emails, maybe you have a lot of different email campaigns, maybe you have blog posts that you're doing a lot of writing for, or social media postings, or your content on social media, you're writing a lot of different things, you might need 2 days of writing to just get all that written out. That is totally, however you feel like it will work best for you. But I don't see anything wrong with having the same theme on 2 days if needed. So the first day, so for me, Monday, I have the most energy on Mondays. And so I'm going to do those, for me, what will be considered time consuming tasks, the writing kind of tasks are time consuming for me. So I want to get those hammered out and done as much as I can get done on Mondays. So if I click on this theme, you can see here, these are the different things that I will focus on Mondays. And I personally will do all my social media content planning, write out my whole week's worth of social media posts, marketing and sales planning, sales copy. I have a Facebook group as well that I do weekly posting in. So I'm going to write out that weekly post, and then I'm going to outline any of the content for any of my YouTube videos as well. So that's a lot of just writing stuff. So that is what technically I could have called this writing, but for me, I don't like seeing writing. So marketing sounds more easier to look at than writing. So whatever kind of works best for you. If you just want to consider that all writing tasks, then your theme could just be writing. But writing kind of scares me. So marketing works best for me. Okay. And then on Tuesdays, because I still have a good amount of energy on Tuesdays, I want to work on courses, products, services, like anything that is going to, push my business and get me sales in my business. I want to focus on that on Tuesday. And you can see here some of the different things that I'm going to be focusing on when it comes to this on Tuesdays. So this is just kind of, I'm going to eventually be offering services to actually plan out Trello boards for people. And so that's something that I want to, incorporate into this day as well, along with any new programs or courses or freebies or any of that kind of stuff that is going to, lead me to get sales and kind of my, my income kind of producing tasks I want to do on that day where I still have a good amount of energy from the week. And then Wednesday for me is all about video and photography. So what that means to me is I'm going to record any videos on this day. I'm going to take any pictures for social media. I'm going to take any pictures that I need for my YouTube thumbnails. All are going to happen on this day, along with video editing, which I forgot to incorporate here. But video editing would be as included in this part as well. So I need to get dressed up and get everything all looking good on one day of the week. For me, that's just what's going to work best for me. So any kind of pictures that I can do on that day, video that I can do on that day, I'm going to do everything like that on that day. I also did this on this day because Wednesdays for me, when it comes to my own, when it comes to working with my client, I also have a client. For me, Wednesdays are my lighter days. So I want to put this on that day as well because it is the bigger blocks of time that I'm going to need to dedicate to my business. So that is why Wednesdays have become that day, that theme. And then Thursday is marketing and graphics. So this is basically finishing any of the marketing tasks that were outstanding from Monday that I didn't get done on Monday. Research any new topics that I would want to, do videos for, incorporate into my social media post, any kind of researching I'm going to do on this day as well, along with creating graphics on this day. Now, graphics for me, I enjoy creating graphics. So I wanted to do this a little bit later in the week because I know if my energy is starting to drag during the week, especially like on a Thursday, it's getting close to the weekend. Graphics for me are going to energize me, and I enjoy doing them. I also love researching. I am a huge fan of just browsing on Pinterest, and that's where I do some of my research, and browsing on like Instagram, which is another place that I do my research as well. Same with YouTube. Those areas just energize me. So I know that if I do this on Thursday, I'm going to be able to do this effectively because it's going to energize me. So that is something else to consider, while you're planning out your week too, like what days is your energy starting to drag some? And then Friday, I've themed this as finances, or you can call it like a money management day, thinking and catch up. Because I want to be able to get everything done that I hadn't gotten done during the week done. I want to invoice. So I invoice my client every week. So I want to do all of that invoicing every week. updating any budgets I have. And then the thinking is like long-term planning, brainstorming for my business. So that is like how I kind of encompass my Fridays. And then I actually also do some themes where I should say I'm going to try to do some themes on the weekends. I haven't done this yet. And so I wanted to create some themes for the weekend too. And so the way that I've realized this is we tend to have a lot of family get-togethers on Sunday. And so I also realized that throughout the week, I don't have a lot of time to do cleaning or household stuff or organizing. And I want to work on that this year. And I want to, still be able to accomplish some organizing projects, some home projects as well. So I needed to identify a day that I could actually dedicate to doing that. So I actually have dedicated Saturdays to doing projects, organizing any kind of household projects, cleaning projects, organizing projects and improvements, any of this kind of stuff. I will schedule that out on a Saturday. And then Sunday is going to be personal growth, rest, self-care, and I should somehow incorporate family or connection or something within the title, but I didn't want it to be too long. So I feel like family is kind of similar to self-care because spending time with my family is something that I really enjoy. So that kind of gets incorporated into that title. So this is, what I do on Sundays. I have church. I try and dedicate some time to self-care. I do a weekly reflection on the previous week and then kind of plan out the next week. And then, resting, spending time with family. So that is kind of how I handle Sundays. And so this is kind of how I plan out my weeks. Now, personally, I don't have a day dedicated to client calls or anything like that because I meet with my client on Tuesday and Thursday for about an hour. So I don't really need to dedicate an entire afternoon or an entire day to having client calls. Now, that might change when I actually offer the service of me creating Trello boards for people. And so, these themes can tweak and change as you continue to, grow your business or anything like that. But for me right now, I want to focus it on these themes. So hopefully this was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed seeing, how I plan out my week and how I structure, my days by themes. And hopefully this was helpful for you to know how you can do that for yourself as well and kind of start to think through different ways that you can theme out your days so that you can have more efficient weeks and get more accomplished and actually not multitask all throughout the week, that you can actually focus on the task at hand when you're working in themes throughout the week. And so if this is something that was helpful for you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well and click on the little bell next to it if you are wanting to learn more about how you can plan out your weeks and learn more about different planning tips as well. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time on Plan With Me Sundays.